Hi friend, welcome back to the house. Today we're just gonna take some time and get a few things reset, clean, and just feeling cozy for the holidays. These last couple of weeks before Christmas can be crazy and busy if we let things get out of hand. And I wanna do my best to slow down today, take some time, focus on my home, and just feel at peace. And if you need a little bit of that today, I hope that you'll stick around, be encouraged and inspired, and maybe motivated to tackle something in your own home. I'm also going to make a delicious Christmas morning casserole here in a bit. I have some wrapping to get done, so maybe put this up on your TV or on whatever device you watch and clean along with me today. It had been a pretty hectic morning for me. I was running lots of errands. I had a meeting over at the builder's office going over some of my design selections, which was super fun. And then I needed to run to the grocery store to get some essentials and just pick up groceries for the week. But between my meeting and grocery shopping, I was actually able to fit in a last-minute therapy session with my therapist from BetterHelp. And I would never be able to do that if it weren't for BetterHelp and just the overall convenience of being able to have therapy from anywhere. And I want to take a moment and thank them for sponsoring today's video. BetterHelp is on a mission to make therapy more affordable, but also more accessible because you can do it from the comfort of your own home or wherever you would like. This time of year is stressful. I mean, the endless to-do lists, the endless items and events on the calendar, and I feel like for the first time in a long time, I feel so much more grounded, and I feel like I've been given permission to slow down a little bit, and I truly think that's thanks to my therapist. She has been incredible. BetterHelp therapists are licensed and they're there to really give you helpful, unbiased advice. And I can really speak to this, that it is so helpful to sometimes have that third-party opinion and look into certain situations or experiences that you're going through. With BetterHelp, you can have your therapy sessions over the phone, via video chat, so more face-to-face, or even through messaging on the app, so it's kind of like text message. Really, you can do anything that fits you, your lifestyle, and maybe your comfort level. To get started, you will fill out a questionnaire on the app, and BetterHelp is going to match you with a therapist based on your specific needs, and they usually match you with someone in as little as 48 hours. And the beauty of BetterHelp is that there are over 30,000 licensed therapists, so if the first match you get isn't the right fit, that's totally okay. Everything falls under the same umbrella, and it's very easy to switch therapists through BetterHelp. So if you're thinking about therapy, consider BetterHelp. Go to betterhelp.com/AmyFritz and get 10% off of your first month of therapy. You deserve it. You really do. So check it out down in the description below. And thanks again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring today's video. I make a Christmas morning casserole every single year, and it's so simple and delicious. You're gonna start with a casserole dish and a half a cup of butter. It can be cold, doesn't matter. You're gonna pop it in a 400-degree oven until that butter melts. And as the butter is melting, I'm just putting away some groceries and just getting things settled in. I love this recipe because it's delicious, it's easy, and you can make it ahead. That's my favorite part. So I like to make it a day or two before Christmas, have it in the fridge, ready to go, and then on Christmas morning, all you have to do is warm it up and breakfast is ready. And it goes really nicely with a sweet, so if you're gonna make pancakes or cinnamon rolls or something else, it's nice to have that protein and savory item here on the side. If you missed my Christmas kitchen decorate with me, I recently added this antique folding table to the center of my kitchen, and I have been loving it. The additional countertop space and having somewhere to put a pretty floral arrangement and keep a bowl of fruit has been So nice. But now that the butter is melted and bubbly and delicious looking, we're gonna put an entire package, like a 30-ounce package of frozen hash browns. They can be shredded, they can be cubed, whatever your preference is. Go ahead and put them in that casserole dish with the butter. You're gonna mix it all up so that the hash browns are coated, and then it's gonna go back in that 400-degree oven for about 30 to 40 minutes. I think I did more like 40 minutes this time, so they're nice and browned and crispy. And now we'll prep some of the other ingredients, starting out with this block of sharp cheddar cheese. If you aren't shredding your cheese for recipes, for casseroles, it makes such a difference compared to already shredded cheese from the grocery store. Now, don't get me wrong, I use both, but if I have the time, if I can freshly shred cheese, I always try to. It melts so much better, it's so much creamier. But I did about a cup of sharp cheddar and a cup of Monterey Jack. And then you're gonna chop up your veggies. I chopped up a white onion, a red bell pepper, and a green bell pepper, which the red and green is super fun and festive for Christmas. The beauty of this recipe is that you can really personalize it based on what veggies you like. Sometimes I add mushroom, or you could even add like asparagus. There's so many options here, but I'm sauteing that onion and pepper up with some ground breakfast sausage. You could also do ham or bacon. Again, the options are endless depending on what you like. I'm keeping it simple and just doing sausage. And now I'm pulling out those hash browns. It's been about 30 or 40 minutes. You can see they're nice and browned around the edges, and I'm turning the oven down to 350. Gonna let those just sit for a minute and then pour over my drained sausage and pepper mixture. And then I'm going to mix that all up and then sprinkle the cheese on top. I think as a mom, one of my favorite days of the year is Christmas morning. And not just because of the gifts, although it's so fun to see the kids' faces on Christmas morning as they open things up and they're just so excited, but something about having nowhere to be and delicious food around the table and just quiet quality time together is so precious to me. But now we're gonna prepare the egg mixture. I'm just using that same bowl because why not? Less dishes. And I'm doing 8 eggs. And to those eggs, I'm going to season them generously: salt, pepper, garlic powder, just kind of a simple seasoning blend. And then I'm adding a generous splash of half and half, probably about a cup's worth. And I'm gonna whisk that really well, get it nice and fluffy and aerated. And then we're gonna pour it over our casserole mixture so that everything's covered and coated, and then it'll be ready to go in the oven. Now that that's all covered and coated and yum, so ready to go into the oven, we're gonna pop it in at 350 degrees. Make sure you turn the oven down for about 30 to 35 minutes until the egg mixture is firm. And while that's baking, I'm gonna take some time to start to tidy up the kitchen and the rest of the house and really just make everything feel cozy and clean. It's one of my favorite ways to spend the afternoon. After all the errands are done, there's nowhere to be, the kids are home from school, I'm in my comfy pajama pants and can just hang out and make our home a cozy place to be. And now we're gonna take some time to wipe down the surfaces here in the laundry room. This was long overdue. It had been probably a couple months since I actually cleaned the counters and wiped down the handles and the washer and dryer, and everything was just kind of dusty and dirty. So I just wanted to take some time to clean and vacuum before we get a couple of loads of laundry done. One thing I love to do when I know I have several loads of laundry on the day is light a candle, of course. This one is Earl Grey by Antique Candle Company. It smells so clean. It's great for winter. But not only that, I also like to try to tidy up the laundry room and make it a peaceful space where I actually enjoy being versus kind of a chaotic mess. So I took the 5 or 10 minutes it took to tidy the space up, and then we'll get to doing some loads of laundry. I also have a huge mess in the mudroom we're going to tackle here in a bit. The kids and I kind of emptied out all the drawers and coats and left a huge pile earlier that morning, so I needed to sort through kind of our winter stuff and get it organized.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It's the night of the dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees.
And just like that, 35 minutes had gone by and the casserole is done. And it is looking, smelling delicious. And you can cover this and store it in the refrigerator for up to about 5 days. It holds well. It's cheesy, it's yummy, it's perfect for Christmas morning. And now we're gonna get some wrapping done. I am one of those people during the Christmas season that likes to wrap 1 or 2 items a day and just really take my time and enjoy the wrapping process. There have been years where I didn't do any wrapping until Christmas Eve, and we've all been there, and that can be fun in its own way, but over the years, I've just found that a little bit each day is just more enjoyable. I feel like you can really appreciate what you've purchased and just look forward to Christmas morning that much more. And it's fun having gifts under the tree. So what I do as a mom, I do most of the shopping for the kids. I mean, Caleb helps me too, but I do most of the wrapping, I should say. I do all the wrapping. And so I know what's what, and I actually put secret labels for each person so that as gifts go under the tree, I know what everything is and who they're for, but nobody else does. And it's been such a funny thing we do in our house. Everyone loves it. We love guessing, and it makes that anticipation of Christmas, I think, that much more fun. And I've really come to enjoy that. As this Christmas season has gone on, I have caught myself multiple times questioning whether or not I've done enough. And what I mean by that is, have we done enough fun Christmas activities? Have we bought enough gifts? Am I doing enough? Are my kids enjoying themselves? Am I making the most of the holiday season? And time again, I'm reminded that it's really not about any of that. That's all great and it has its place, but when our kids look back on memories when they get older, they're not thinking about what they got for Christmas when they were 8, most likely. I think they're more thinking about the memories that were shared with their parents and family and friends, the smells, the foods you ate, the things you did together, not the stuff. And so it can be tempting to feel like you got to go do all the things or buy all the things to have a nice Christmas. And I'm just here to remind you and encourage you that you don't need a lot. You don't have to have a lot to make Christmas special. And I think just taking the time to be together, to play games or watch a movie or bake cookies together, is more than enough. If you don't already have a little station or basket where you put everything you need to wrap gifts, I highly encourage you to try that out. It makes the wrapping process so much more enjoyable when you have everything you need. It's simplified, it's all right there. If anyone in the house needs to wrap a gift, it's just ready, and it's sort of tucked away, having it in a basket just next to the hutch there. I've really been enjoying that this season. It just makes life so much easier. But now I'm wiping down the table. I hadn't wiped it down yet since lunch and desperately needed to before dinner time. And moving into kind of the living room and living spaces. This window, you guys, I love this window. It's big, it lets in lots of light, but because our couch is up against it, the kids touch it constantly, and so I feel like I'm cleaning it every single day. And that's probably just real life, and it's okay, but that's one thing in the new house I'm so excited for. We won't have any couches up against walls, which I've never had before, and I think it's gonna make a big difference.
Oh, night divine, the night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine, led by the light of faith, serenely beaming, with glowing hearts by his cradle we stand.
And now I'm gonna get out my favorite little handy dandy vacuum mop. I've shared this a couple times on my channel since buying it, and I am still loving it. I would say I use it every other day or maybe every 2 days, but it's just so convenient with a dog and having pet hair. It vacuums everything up really well while simultaneously wiping down the floors. I hesitate to use the word mop because it's definitely not as deep of a clean as actually mopping the floors, but even just wiping it down, it removes little smudges or footprints, little things of dirt or debris or food. It's so convenient for in between deep cleanings, and it has been a game changer for me. We're definitely gonna have to take this with us to the new house too, but it's just honestly become one of my favorite chores in the day. For some reason, it's so much fun to use, and I'm just taking it throughout our main living since we don't have any carpet space, and getting the floors nice and clean. I love the Christmas season. I love Christmas Eve and going to church with my family and Christmas morning, but I also get very excited when I think about January and the new year. There's something about a fresh start on the year that I'm always such a sucker for, and while not in a gimmicky way, like your life isn't any different on December 31st as it is on the 1st. You can start anything today, but I am looking forward to 2024 so much. So many fun new things on the horizon. And it's just, I don't know, I have a lot of peace and a lot of excitement for what's to come in this next kind of new season of life. And, you know, building a house is stressful for sure, but, you know, we've had such a wonderful experience thus far. And I'm just really looking forward to what's next for this channel and kind of changing lanes a little bit. I haven't really talked about this too much, but I still fully intend on creating content just like this. I love to share homemaking inspiration. I love to just bring you about my real life, because I think as women, we need to show authenticity. We need to just be ourselves and be comfortable in our own homes and in our own skin, and you know, inspire one another, encourage one another. But I'm also looking forward to continuing to create more health-related content, whether that's healthy recipes or grocery hauls or exercise. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed as I've sprinkled in some of that new content. You'll have to let me know down in the comments if there's anything specific you would like to see on my channel come January and come the new year. And of course, with the new house, I'm planning on doing tons more home and home decor videos too. That will never change. That's always going to be a passion of mine. So hopefully you're okay with just kind of a hodgepodge of really what's going on in my life and what we have going on here at the house. As clean clothes come out of the dryer, I like to kind of throw them in this basket and bring them upstairs to fold and put away. It just makes more sense since all our bedrooms are in such close proximity. I don't have to fold things twice. If something needs to get hung up, I don't have to like fold it and then take it upstairs. I feel like I've just kind of simplified the process. So oftentimes I end up folding all the laundry here on my bed and then taking it where it needs to go. The new year is already a time and season that I like to declutter and organize everything and simplify, but I feel like with the move on the horizon, it's amplified even more so. And one of the areas I really want to focus on in 2024 is my wardrobe and creating a capsule wardrobe for each season. So if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, let me know. If not, that's totally okay. I know I've never done anything like that on my channel before, but I think it's one of the ways as homemakers we can really simplify our life. So I think it could be fun. Speaking of simplifying our life, would you look at this mudroom? Oh my word, it had gotten so out of hand. The kids emptied the dresser and that just kind of snowballed into more and more clutter and mess. We have a shoe cabinet out in the garage. That is where all the shoes should be, but of course life happens and somehow they get trekked in here. And so I'm just taking the time to get everything reset. With Christmas around the corner, I don't want to have any big messes in the house like this. And so just taking the time to get everything clean, put away, pair all the gloves, put all the hats away, get those paper towels put in the laundry room where they belong, and just get everything feeling fresh and reset. This mudroom has served us so well, and I'm so thankful for it here in this house. We have used this dresser very well, and the handle actually broke, and it's driving me crazy seeing it in this clip. I'll definitely have to glue it and get it fixed. I would love to use this dresser in a bathroom in the new house. I think that could be really cool. I had that chalkboard sign just kind of laying around. I didn't use it this year, and I thought, oh, that's the perfect place to put it. So anyway, got it feeling a little bit festive for Christmas too. And oh my word, these floors, can you believe it? I feel like because we're out at the land where the build is happening, we are just constantly trekking in more mud than ever. And that's okay. That's what a mudroom is for. But we really need to be better about taking the shoes off in the garage. So that's going to be a goal we're going to focus on as a family. But at least it's all clean and put back together now. And I'm just continuing to roll some laundry. We're really kind of wrapping up here. The last few things on my to-do list for the day, and then I can just be and enjoy my evening with the family. We'll have dinner. We're actually going to eat the breakfast casserole for dinner, which is perfect. We do that every once in a while. It makes a delicious meal for sure. You can just serve it with like a salad. Makes a great meal. The kids love it too. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that it just brought a little bit of calm to maybe some Christmas chaos or stress you have going on. Remember, I'm here to remind you that it's okay to slow down, take some time for yourself, whatever you need to do, whether it's clean up your house like it was for me today, maybe just take some time to be and be still, maybe it's take some time to move your body and go for a walk, whatever that looks like. Take that little bit of time to find peace in your day, to slow down, and you will just really enjoy Christmas that much more. I love you guys. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.